Some research methods used in the study of lifespan development are longitudinal method, cross-section method, sequential method, and time lag method. Suppose you want to find out the vocabulary the children gain during certain years. When you use the longitudinal method, for instance, you take a sample of children who are 5-year-olds, find the level of their vocabulary, then test the very same children after 1 year, that is when they are 6-year-old, find out the level of their vocabulary, and again after 1 year, when they are 7-year-old, the very same children are examined for their vocabulary and you get the data for your study. In the cross-sectional method, what you do is you take a sample of children who are 5-year-old. At the same time, you take another sample of children who are 6-year-old, and at the same time, you take still another sample of students who are 7-year-old. You test the vocabulary level of all these students, you get the data, and using that data you make your study. The problem with the cross-section method is that you don't examine the same set of children and there will be variations in their abilities, and so the results can be flawed to a certain extent. The problem with the longitudinal method, on the other hand, is that too much time is required for the study. Then there is the sequential method, where you combine both these methods, both the longitudinal method and the cross-section method. You can study using one method and then you can fine-tune your results using the other method. Still another method used is the time lag method. This is used usually to measure the attribute, certain attribute, after a certain historical event like a flood or a famine. Any event can be taken and an attribute before the event and after the event can be studied. As I've been working in the anti-alcohol movement for a long period, I know that more than 30 years back, in a place called Chittoor, very close to the heart of Kochi, there were 13 arak shops. All the money the menfolk earned was being spent on liquor in these shops. And so hardly any money went for food and books, clothing, etc. of the family members. The people finally revolted. They protested and got all these 13 arak shops closed. I have spoken to Father Sebastian Vattaparambil, who was leading this struggle against these shops. He said that there was a marked difference in the performance of the students in the local schools before the arak shops were closed and after the closing of the arak shops. So these 4 methods are used in the study of lifespan development: longitudinal method, cross-section method, sequential method, and time lag method. Thank you.